Hello and welcome to Afytos. Afitos is a lively town in Kassandra on the Halkidiki Peninsula. In the evening, bars, restaurants, and the charming little shops fill up with happy and lightly toasted tourists. It can be a bit difficult to see past the tourist menus and souvenirs, but away from the busy center, it becomes easier to appreciate Afytos' traditional architecture and what it can tell us about the history and environment of the town. The traditional houses of Afytos are described as examples of 19th century Macedonian architecture, but I have seen similar looking houses and urban planning in coastal towns all over the eastern Mediterranean. This type of house and urban layout have their roots in the early Middle Ages and a time when the balance of power is shifting and coastal areas become targets for invasion and piracy. But let's have a look around. The houses have thick external walls, mostly made of the locally quarried limestone. The thick stone walls act as natural thermal insulation. They keep the home cool in the summer and warm in the winter. The ground floor was traditionally used for storage, so it was designed to keep an even temperature. The walls are made of stone and there are only few small windows. Commonly there was a kitchen and living area on the ground floor. Less wealthy families would use this area during the winter to save on fuel. Because of the natural insulation, a small kitchen fire was good enough for both cooking and heating. The upper floor was the main living space, and natural light and good ventilation took priority. The windows on this floor take advantage of natural light and create a natural airflow throughout the house. The balconies are also an important architectural feature. When the balcony doors are open, the house cools down faster, and the ventilation helps drying up moisture buildup. Balconies are also a place in between. On the balcony you are outside but still under the full protection of the house. From the balcony you have a good view of the road and across the rooftops to the sea. But at the same time you are not exposed to danger. Traditionally, in the summer, during the day, the window shutters are kept closed. This keeps the house cool. In the evening, the whole house is opened up to let the cool evening and night sea breezes refresh it. The preferred position for the house is east-south facing. This position makes the most of the natural light and air currents. The layout of the streets with many twists and turns is also part of the town's weather management. The labyrinth of twisting narrow roads that regularly open up in wider spaces serve to channel the wind. This layout is designed to weaken the strong winter winds, but at the same time let enough of the sea breezes through to take advantage of their cooling effect. By necessity, the choice of building material was eco-friendly, local limestone and local wood. Imported building materials were too expensive. From the road you get a great view of the geology under Afytos. You can spot the layers of limestone, the fractures in the limestone and the layers of sandy soil, where you can see early colonizing plants. Over time, wind and water erode the cliff, and the natural occurring acids in groundwater also help dissolve limestone, and they may trigger cave formation inside the hill. This will become interesting in a moment. Looking up from the beach, the town on top of the cliff has a defensive look. The houses seem to be looking out for trouble coming by sea. Earlier I pointed out that the town plan can be used to manage winds. It also works on people. Let's say that you and your companions land on the beach. After a steep climb, you reach the town. Your group is funneled down increasingly narrow streets and small squares until your group is forced to split and disperse into a maze of little winding streets with many blind corners. And these roads suddenly open up into a small square dominated by stone wall houses. If there are windows on the ground floor, these are small and have thick shutters, and the front doors are made of seasoned wood as thick as your arm. And you know that there could be a man ready to shoot at you from every one of those dark upper floor windows. Yes, you and your band of riders just walked into a deadly trap. In my opinion, in Afitos you can see a great example of defensive urban planning. This type of planning works for occasional attacks, but something else is needed if the town is often under attack. A local legend gives us a few clues. This fountain is at the bottom of the hill under Afytos, and according to the legend, inside the hill there was a secret kingdom. The townspeople hid in the secret kingdom when the enemy attacked the town. It is possible that the secret realm was a network of small caves formed by water erosion inside the limestone hill. From the legend I get the impression that Afytos was attacked many times and that the enemy did not stay. These elements make me think that the legend may be referring to pirates raiding the town. During one of these attacks, the king's daughter lost her ball of thread. The ball unraveled and landed in the fountain. The enemies noticed it and followed the thread to where the villagers were hiding and killed everyone. The story ends with the ghost of the princess appearing by the fountain late at night crying. Greek coastal towns were repeatedly attacked by pirates. Piracy in the Mediterranean is as old as, well, the first boat. To give you an example, the pharaoh Akhenaten in the 14th century BCE was already complaining about piracy. State-sponsored and to a smaller extent independent piracy was a constant threat. Hideouts like the one described in the story of the clumsy princess were a practical solution. But in times of intense piracy, this was not enough, and people from the coastal areas would move inland until the year pirate season was over. The pirate season generally ran between April to October. Nowadays, the seasonal migration goes the other way. Many locals move from their hilltop village homes to the coast for the tourist season, roughly speaking, April to October. Thank you for watching. In my videos, I tell you about the history, mythology or art of the places I visit in Europe. Until next time, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.